Hey guys, welcome back to BackPocketGameReviews, and today we're going to talk about my two experiences of just going into GameStop this week. They're bad. Well, you'll see. So let's start off with, though, I'll be running a giveaway. The giveaway is going to include some random stuff tailored towards some things I've been doing recently on the channel. And a lot of this is to help get my new channel for live streaming over 1,000 subscribers. The reason why I needed over 1,000 subscribers is because there's certain benefits for my channel that are locked behind that paywall. Or it's not a paywall, it's a subscriber wall. But if I can get over 1,000 subscribers in under 72 hours, I will add a bunch more to this giveaway. If not, then the giveaway will run for a little while longer. And the stuff that will be added will be tailored to the person who wins the giveaway, just so we're clear. The stuff that is going in it for everyone is I got this Beast DX Innova disc here for whoever wins. I also got this Innova AVR putter disc right here. I like Frisbee golf. I've been saying I'm going to cover it more on my channel. And I would like for you guys to be able to get into it and try it if it's something you're interested in trying. I've also got a nice little mini disc marker here. They are shaped like discs. This one is a glow marker. I also have an official rule book. So this will tell you the official rules of disc golf and how to play disc golf. Then on the reverse, it is the competition manual. So if you're interested in getting into competitive play. I've also got an Innova disc golf sticker right here. These are pretty nice stickers too. I've got several of them, unfortunately. Then I've also got this, which is a guide on the different types of throws, the different types of discs, the different types of ways to understand how that disc is going to fly, the different types of plastics. This is going to get you introduced to a lot of the basic stuff, and it'll also tell you how to get entered in to do the competitions if you'd like to do any of the PDGA competitions. They are a lot of fun, by the way. So guys, there will be a gleam.io link in the description box down below, along with my live streaming channels link as well. It's called BPGR Live. No spaces, just one word, BPGR Live. And I'm doing this also so I can keep a lot of the bloat of my live streams, because I know a lot of you don't like to watch my live streams or don't even like to watch live streams all that much, so I don't want you to be forced to sit through that. So let's go ahead and talk about this GameStop story. And boy, is it a doozy. So I walked into GameStop. This is probably a couple days ago. I was going to get my daughter's Easter gift. She wanted a very specific game that is very hard to find new, so I had to go into GameStop to get it used. And I even had to go to a GameStop that wasn't super close by my house, all to get Cooking Mama 4, which is, as I said, part of her Easter gift. I go in there, and this kid comes up to me, and he's like, hey, which I... Keep in mind, there was a now hiring sign on the door, too, which I took a picture of and posted up on my Twitter. Those of you who want to follow me on Twitter, I post some weird and funny stuff on there. He comes up to me, and I was like, oh, I saw you guys had a no hiring sign. And he goes, yeah, there's a story behind that. And I was like, it's like, by the way, I used to work for GameStop. We talked a little bit about me working for GameStop. And then I mentioned I run a YouTube channel where I talk about things I think GameStop does poorly. So I don't want to necessarily call it a GameStop hate channel, but it to a degree is. So then he starts talking to me. And he's like, well, we had like 4 people quit. It's like, oh. He goes, 2 of them were managers. He's like, 1 of them put in a 2 weeks notice. 1 put in a 2 weeks notice. 1 person, 2 weeks notice. That's bad. That's really bad. And, he kind of just went off about how he was leaving as well. He's one of the people that's going to be leaving. So that store is in pretty bad shape. That store was actually ran for a while by the person who hired me into that company. She's no longer at that store. She's actually at a different store, which is much further out now. But we kind of discussed a lot of different things, and he was kind of like, I used to love working at GameStop. And he goes, but you start to lose. It's not as fun in the long run. And I was like, oh, no, man, I fully get it. I loved working here. I was Mr. GameStop when I worked here. I shopped nowhere other than GameStop at that time. And man. But the sad part is, like, I could see how he felt, and I understand because I was there at one point. Like, I felt that, where it was like, I thought it was so cool to work in a game store. I thought it was awesome to just talk to people about games all day. Like, that's what I did for a living, was I talked to people about games. And don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of work and stuff that has to be done, but there are a lot of ups to just, you want to know about a game? I know most of them. I can tell you at least something about most of them. Sure, there's a lot of shovelware titles I could never tell you anything about, but I can't, I'm probably not buying those. Most people didn't. So he kind of just went on about the situation he was in, how they kind of screwed him over, and he was trying to get an ASM spot. And when I say they screwed him over, I mean they screwed him over, which didn't really shock me because, you know, when I was trying to move up in that company, a certain store name got tossed around a lot that I really didn't like and didn't want to go to. It's a store that got robbed quite frequently. But they would ask if I wanted to pick up shifts there. They'd be like, are you sure you don't want to just, you know, go over there and maybe work there? And I was, no, I don't want to go work in a terrible neighborhood at a store that gets robbed constantly. Not on my list of things that I want to do in my life. But it was really sad to see that and see someone else kind of going through that experience. And I was like, yeah, you know, they definitely don't take very good care of their employees. He had quite a bit to say about that. And he also had quite a bit to say about how, because he didn't know what Best Buy's Gamers Club Unlocked was. And I told him, and he literally, his exact words to me were, looks like I'll be buying my games at Best Buy. That's their Gamers Club Unlocked. You get more off than what GameStop's employee discount is. That's shocking to an extent. So it's kind of one of those situations of, I remember when that happened. I even shopped at GameStop a little while after it happened. And then eventually you stop. Like right before I left GameStop, like I was down to just working like a couple days here and there. And it was mostly midnight releases. Right before that was when I stopped shopping there. And I was just like, it's sad. And it's really hard to understand the feeling of realizing that company isn't what you think it is. And I get it. A lot of you are like, oh, how'd you not know GameStop sucks? Well, at one point, back when I was younger, GameStop didn't suck. And when I started working there, GameStop wasn't the poop company they are now. I started there in 2009, 2010, somewhere in there. Yeah, it was a very different company. And when I started shopping with them, I was shopping with EB Games. GameStop wasn't a huge deal here in Ohio. EB was a bigger deal here in Ohio. And at some point, I'm going to do a video covering and explaining what happened with EB and why GameStop owns them both now and what all went down there and give a little bit of background on it. So the second thing, I sent my wife, mind you, I did a hold request for this as well. I did a hold request for my daughter's game. I did a hold request for this. This is what I wanted. I wanted this Switch case right here, right? I put some stuff on the table. I was like, honey, since you're going out for the day, my mom's watching the kids, can you go stop at GameStop and trade this stuff in for me and pick up this case, which should be on hold for me? She didn't see the case. She didn't know what the case looked like. I was like, it's much slimmer and it's fabric and it's much easier to carry than what my Zelda one was. Because my Zelda one came with the earbuds, the Joy-Con covers, the screen protector. It's just a very bulky case. And it's the Blue Lynx Tunic one. Then she leaves GameStop. She goes, oh, well, you have $20-some in your cart. I was like, that doesn't add up. I checked all the prices earlier. I was like, how much was the case? And she goes, it was like $32. I was like, excuse me? The case should have been $19.99. This case right here should have been $19.99. It's just a case and a screen protector. She sends me a picture of the case. It is literally a red Mario case with an M and all the starter equipment like the earbuds and everything I already have that I didn't want. And that's part of the reason why I was going to this case. And I ordered the right one. I double checked my email, everything like that. I was all ordered. By the way, the person at this store I don't like going into, but I know the people that work at that store watch my channel. So by the way, what the hell are you doing? As I was saying, I don't know how you confuse the two. I mean, I used to do the online pickup and store orders. I was familiar with how to do all that. It's normally very descript. There's normally a SKU as well. I mean, hell, if you would have looked up the SKU and looked up a picture, it would have looked very different. Way to go, GameStop. So they returned it for her, and I got more money on my card, which I went in today to spend. And I was in there for a very long period of time. I went to the one with the upset kid who was leaving the company. So, yeah, great times at GameStop. So, by the way, guys, don't forget to enter my Gleam.io giveaway. It'll be linked in the description box below. It's going to run for at least until it hits 1,000 subs on my my live streaming channel. If it hits 1,000 subs before the deadline, which is the 72 hours for me to add more stuff, which, as I said, will be tailored to the person that wins. So if you like Switch, it'll be tailored to the Switch. I'm going to ask you what kind of gaming you do. You'll let me know if you're the winner, and we'll go from there. So make sure you enter. Make sure you go follow that channel, especially if you like my live streams. And a big part of why I'm doing this is for those of you who don't want to watch live streams, it's not going to gunk up your feed because I'm starting to live stream a lot. Whether I'm just out in public or doing stuff like that, I'm starting to live stream a lot. I will also be doing my Patreon live stream tonight, my Q&A for my Patreon members. So I probably won't be live streaming tonight, and if I do, it'll be for a little bit on Twitch. I'll be live streaming Overwatch if I do, because I bought some Xbox Live points to buy Overwatch loot boxes. Yeah, don't want to talk about it. But, guys, just be sure to enter the giveaway. If you do win, great times to be had. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all soon, and I'll have plenty more content coming for you.